What up, YouTube? This is your man King Howie back with another video. We finna talk about this Houston Rockets versus Golden State Warriors matchup. I think Golden State could beat them in like 5 games. I know the first game is tonight. It's Monday. I think Houston will win tonight, just because they at home, and I think the Warriors are gonna figure them out, and I think they're gonna win in 5. The Warriors just got too much, man. They got the MVP of the finals from last year, Kevin Durant. They got 2-time MVP Steph Curry. They got the Defensive Player of the Year, Draymond Green. They got a deadly marksman from the 3-point line, Klay Thompson. Steve Kerr's a great coach. Like people say, oh, that's Mark Jackson's team. Yeah, technically it is, but do you think Mark Jackson could have coached these guys or got the best out of these guys like Steve Kerr has? You know, in addition to Kevin Durant being added, you know what I'm saying? That's a huge difference maker right there. I mean, you got a guy that's damn near 7 feet, you know what I'm saying, playing, I think the best defense he's played his whole career this year, and you know, a dude that can beat you off the dribble. He could spot up, shoot. He could create his own shot. You know what I'm saying? With having a guy like that on your team, man, it just makes things a lot easier. If it's one thing that CP3 and James Harden have in common, is choking in the playoffs. That's one thing they have in common, along with D'Antoni. And I think that's going to happen again. As you've seen in the last playoff series the Rockets had against the Utah Jazz, I think James Harden only had like 2 good games. You know, Chris Paul had to bail him out. James Harden was shooting terrible. He was shooting like 2 for 18 and 7 for 22, and just, you know, not really being, you know, the so-called MVP everybody's been calling him this year. The only highlight from this year from James Harden that I seen that was pretty dope was the 60-point triple-double he had. Other than that, he's just been doing what James Harden do. Running into players, getting to the free throw line. Oh, but that's just strategy. No, it's just, yeah, it can be, but it's also a sloppy way to play the game. You know, you running into players every game, flopping and all of that bullshit. Like, come on, man. So, you know, I got the Warriors beating the Rockets in 5 games, and I have the Warriors winning another championship. I don't think any team on the East, including LeBron James, I don't think any team on the East is capable of keeping up with, you know, the Fantastic Four. You know what I'm saying? So, I think Steph Curry and Durant and Draymond Green and Klay Thompson, especially with, you know, the questions that Draymond Green has been getting asked in the media, Chris Webber, Charles Barkley, you know, that ain't doing nothing but just adding more fuel to the fire. You know, with Draymond Green, that's just gonna give him much more of a competitive edge to go out there and dominate. You know, I know there's, like, you know, a little storyline going on between Clint Capella, who I think the Lakers should try to go after in this free agency. Clint Capella and Kevin Durant, and we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens with that matchup, which I think is Kevin Durant is gonna win that by a landslide. I think the Rockets win Game 1. You know, they're gonna come out there trying to, you know, playing the best game of their life. You know, because it's a home game. I think James Harden is gonna go off and do his thing until the Warriors wind up figuring out a quick answer to stopping him, if they already don't know how to stop him now. Like I said before, the NBA is trying to stretch out the Western Conference and the Eastern Conference finals because they want the finals to start at on a specific day. And I think that has something to tie in with the you know, the lottery draft and all of that stuff that's going on, and we'll see what happens, but I got the Warriors in 5.